Let's continue talking a little defense as we get set for the Orange and Purdue Saturday in the Dome at noon. Mikel Jones, defensive captain, is with us. And Mikel, so far so good. This has been a lot of fun to watch. And one of the interesting things about the defense, 5 takeaways, no giveaways by the offense. And that's really been your forte. I don't know that you've gotten your hands on the ball individually yet this year. Your time will come. But the takeaways have been there.
Yes, I have. And it's all about how we've been coached up just this off season and definitely this fall camp. The big emphasis has been attack the ball, and that's what everybody's been doing, just getting around the ball, being aggressive.
Does it feel like, I don't want to say culmination because hopefully there's more to come here, but a clicking with Coach White's approach and people know where they're supposed to be lined up, they're playing the right position. It seems, at least in the back end, that things are kind of the way they should be.
100%. This is most of our third year in this defense, and you can tell everybody knows the defense that much more than we did 2020 and last year.
I think we probably ought to give a shout out to the guys who are in the front that aren't really that experienced, and we talked about coming into the year. Maybe that's a question mark. Let's see what they've got. But whether it's them or you guys, the outside linebackers, you're putting heat on the quarterback one way or another, right?
Yes, sir. Big shout out to those guys up front. They've been working their behinds off all season, all camp, just preparing for the moment, and they're living up to it. And I only see them getting better.
What has you most excited right now, Mikel?
Just how everyone's mentality is taking it one game at a time. Taking it one game at a time. No one's getting overconfident because we know how it feels to be humbled. And that's the mentality of the team.
Right, you're only as good as your next game. This one's big, but they're all big. The one after that is big, right? You can't be playing Virginia and Clemson and Notre Dame this week, right?
Right. They're all big. That's been the approach in practice. We've been taking no teams lightly, treating every game as its own.
Quick thought on Steph Thompson. I know it's a bummer. You've had basically the same guys to your left and to your right in your whole time here. Marlo Wax has really been playing well so far, but we're going to miss Steph the rest of the season. What's that mean first for you? Obviously, it's a bummer to begin with, and maybe better days ahead for him, but how do you move on?
The second team guys, they just got to step up, and those guys have stepped up so far, and I can only see them getting better with experience.
Purdue this week, this is a team that has veteran players that have accomplishments. When you start to size them up, what jumps off the film and the screen, first of all?
They look like a very disciplined team. They have a very nice quarterback and a nice system. They like to throw the ball. So I'm excited for that challenge.
Yeah, they do throw the ball, lean that way. It's not that they can't or don't run it. It's we've seen sort of the air raid approach and the different types of offenses that are out there because every team wants to be balanced in one way or another. If they stretch you out with the pass, you still have to think that they're going to want to try to run the ball, right?
Yes, sir.
When you're at home coming back this week, what's that mean? And this is the longest dome stand that I can remember, certainly after the season has begun. You've played on the road once, but there won't be another road game for what feels like a month.
It feels good. Definitely love playing in the Dome. There's no place like it. We started off 1-0 in the Dome. We're just trying to protect the Dome, go undefeated in the Dome.
Sure. A lot of night games early in the year. This one's one of those nooners. Certainly in the Big Ten, they're used to kind of the early start. What about for you now getting geared back up to being at your best early in the day?
I think a lot of guys are excited about playing early, honestly. Given our records, our schedules the last 2 years, we played a lot of early games, so we're just getting back into
Well, what's the trade-off, right? Instead of sitting around all day waiting for it, you get up and get after it.
Yeah, wake up and go get it.
Game day morning, Mikel, put me in your frame of mind if you can. What are you thinking about? And when it comes Saturday, 7, 8, 9 a.m., what are the biggest priorities for you?
Coming game day morning, if it's a long game, if it's a late game, I'm going to wake up early, preparation guys, just listen to my music, just make sure I do the same little things, get myself in mode, try to keep calm because I can get very anxious because I really want to play.
Sure.
So it's about calming myself out during the day, and in about 4 hours before the game, that's when it all hits, and it's just game mode.
So for an early game, you can skip the calm part, right? You might as well just wake up feeling dangerous.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. You wake up, and it's like it's go time right now.
Yeah, all right. Last thing on that would be your role as a leader of the defense and of the team. Again, maybe you can put us in your frame of mind on the morning of a game. Are you going around checking with other people, other positions, that they make sure they have their assignments, or do you leave that to the coaches and you do you?
I'll do that, but I won't do it to an extent where I have any guys nervous or thing. It'll be a respect thing, just making sure guys are level-headed, make sure we practice hard all week. It's just like practice, but we're going 100%, 120%.
Yeah, I like that. Sounds about the right balance. By that point, you've done your studying, right? Just make sure you're at your best when the red light is on and when it works for real out there under the lights in the dome, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mikel, appreciate you being with us as always. Best of luck on the weekend and maybe something special brewing here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Mikel Jones. He and the Orange take on Purdue in the Dome Saturday at noon.